And just waiting. Alright, so Eyes of the Wizened. Let's bring up this little card thing so people can see it.
Eyes isn't a great card.
Okay, so uncommons, we have Briarhorn, which is a pretty excellent card. 4 mana. This is the precursor to what's the obnoxious one
Howlpack
from? Yeah.
Alpha. But
No, no. Oh, is that right? No, I was thinking of the one from Dark Ascension.
it is Howlpack Alpha.
Oh, weird. I thought it had a different name. But anyway, Howlpack Alpha is better, but this card is
No,
still.
this card's better.
It is?
Howlpack Alpha is only +2/+2, or it's a 2/3, and it doesn't have Evoke,
Oh, interesting.
but it's the same mana cost.
Well, this card's phenomenal. I think
Yeah, this card's amazing.
we want to slam the Briarhorn then. But there's also a Spellstutter Sprite in here. We're passing a little bit of a Giant Signal. Leaf Gilder, because it's on color, kind of sucks we're passing that because Leaf Gilder is a very strong card. Pestermite in here. Neck Snap, certainly playable removal. Kinsbale Balloonist is actually decent. I actually like Balloonist quite a bit, but we're just going to slam the Briarhorn. All right. Pack 2, we've got some options here. Hamletback Goliath is in the pack. There's also Tar Pitcher, Guardian of the Cloverdell, Broken Ambitions, Guiltleaf Ambush is a pretty good spell. Stink Drinker Daredevil. This is an elemental. I wouldn't mind playing elementals again, but what do you think is the best card remaining in this pack? Probably Tar Pitcher, right?
Tar Pitcher is probably the best.
Can you do green-red, or does that not ever
Yeah.
work?
But then
Could
you'll
do
want to pick up Caterwauling Bogart.
could do elementals, but you do have to sack a goblin
Goblin.
to make it work, so you pretty much have to be. But if you are in the goblin strategy, this card is very good. So do we want to stay on call? Because I do want to play the Briarhorn. Do we want to take the Guiltleaf Ambush, or is that not good enough?
Guiltleaf Ambush is very good.
All right, I think Guiltleaf Ambush is pretty good too. And if we have a higher enough mana cost, we can do some cool stuff with it. It's surprised. Sometimes it just is a blowout, so potential 2-for-1 value on that. We're going to take the Guiltleaf Ambush. Okay. Next pack has a Leaf Gilder in it, which I'm definitely cool with taking. There's also the rare is Nettlevine Blight, but that's not very good. Captivating Glance is kind of a cool little removal spell, but they can get it back. I think we just slam the Leaf Gilder here.
Okay.
There's also a Root Grapple in here, which is pretty good. Decent, at least. Take out a splash.
Guiltleaf Ambush 2.
Alright, so this next pack has Favor the Mighty is the rare. Neck Snap. Smoke Raider's in here. I do like Smoke Raider quite a bit. Really lets you do any color elemental. So we have a chance to do that. Guiltleaf Ambush might just be good enough
I
to
think
take.
I would rather take the elf cards.
Okay, we can go down the elf route, and Briarhorn is still very good in that. And so far we're getting good elves. Moonglove Winnoware is also in here. Who's a 2/3 Death Touch for 4. Guiltleaf Ambush is a 3 mana. I guess we need to be reading these because people don't know what the hell these do, and the audio listeners.
Yeah.
So it's 3 mana tribal instant elf. Put 2 1/1 green elf warrior creature tokens onto the battlefield. Clash with an opponent. If you win, these creatures gain Death Touch until end of turn. It's very strong. I don't like passing the Smoke Raider, but let's stick with elves. Maybe we'll make that work. Alright, next pack. Dolmen Gate is actually pretty cool. If we end up with the Omega all-in elf deck. There's also Kithkin Dagger Dare, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
Really makes it so they can't block very effectively. I kind of like that. Warren Pilfers lets you
return a creature, so it's a Gravedigger. That's a 3/3 for 5. If it's a Goblin that you return, you also get a haste 3/3 for 5.
It's also Vivid Crag for splashes, but I think it's Dolmen Gate, Kithkin Dagger Dare, or Warren Pilfers here. Pilfers gets into another color. Kithkin Dagger Dare is not an elf, but it's fine with all the 1/1s we're going to have. Dolmen Gate is very good if you want to just keep attacking, but let's just take the Dagger Dare. I know that card's good. It's a good, it makes them question all their blocks, so it can be really obnoxious to play against. So it looks like we're on an elf route so far. Ooh, Auntie's Hovel.
Lignify cool as well.
Alright, so Lignify, Treefolk Harbinger. Lignify is a 2 mana Enchant creature, tree folk aura, enchant creatures 0/4 tree folk with no abilities. Interesting. There's also Firebelly Changeling, Rebellion of the Flamekin. I guess we can take Lignify. It's not great for us though.
No, we definitely want bigger creatures if we're playing Lignify, but
It's fine. It disables bombs and it
mhm.
takes away their abilities. So we had it played against our Spite Bellows, which is a really good play,
Seed
and that was
Guide Ash
obnoxious.
is really good to pick up
All
here.
right, there's also Lace with Moonglove, but let's read Seed Guide Ash. It's when it dies, search your library for up to 3 forest cards, put them onto the battlefield tapped. If you do, shuffle your library. It's 5 mana 4/4. Yeah, I'm on board with him. He feels pretty good. Lace with Moonglove is very good with
Yeah.
all the 1/1s we have too. It's a 3 mana instant. Target creature gains Death Touch until end of turn, draw a card.
I feel like we can hope to pick more of those up,
Yeah,
so
Seed Guide Ash is an uncommon, and I like it. It looks like the power level on it's fairly high. Springjack Knight's an interesting card. So this pack has a Vivid Creek. It also has Protective Bubble, Lowland Oath, Quill Slinger, Boggart, Springjack Knight. Which one do you like the most?
well, Quillslinger Bogart brings us into black, which is the elf color combination. Springjack Knight lets us go Kithkin and elf, green white. I kind of like Springjack Knight myself, but
You can go Selesnya and be okay.
well, yeah, I think so.
I guess I'll pick it up. Might not go that. Just trying to see what's open right now.
Because
Alright, Elvish Eulogist I don't really like all that much. Table Eyes of the Wizened, but it's not that good anyway.
Lairwatch
Lairwatch
Giant.
Giant's a 6-drop 5/3. Can block an additional creature. When it blocks 2 or more creature, gains first strike. It's decent. It's not bad.
It kept people from attacking, I remember.
Yeah, we can take that. Hillcomber Giant now. There's also Elvish Handservant. And it's whenever a player casts a giant spell. I see. It's a good sideboard, but there's also Nat's Buffoon, which is good against our elves.
Caterwauling Bogart if you wanted to go green-red still. Or Hillcomer. Let somebody else go red.
I guess we'll take Hillcomber because Landwalk seems pretty good.
Dodger or Wismare here?
Dodger is a 1-mana 1/1 Kithkin Rogue, can't be blocked by creatures powerful or greater. Not that great.
No, it's not.
Wismare could be useful, so we'll take it.
It's a flyer at the very least. I think
Um,
Glare Wielder is really obnoxious. I'm very surprised it made it this late.
so it's a 5-mana 3/1 haste. When it enters the battlefield, up to 2 target creatures can't block this turn. Wow, that is strong.
And you can evoke it.
Let's take it. Just trying to, we can maybe play Naya, so we'll take the Vivid Creek here, or Vivid Crag.
Yeah.
All
Shields.
right. It's a trick.
Rebellion's not good at all.
Exile Boggart is playable, not exciting though. Let's just get rid of it for now. It looks like we're probably a Naya shell of some sort at the moment.
We're green.
Springjack Knight's not very good though, unless you can activate it, so we just don't have enough knights to support it really. Shields does, but
Springjack Knight clashes when it attacks, isn't it? Yeah.
yeah.
So you need to win the clash to give it double strike.
Yeah, I think it's a tough one to play. We picked up some good green cards though, definitely. And we still can go down the elf path
Cryptic Command.
if we have the.
Can
Well,
you pass that? No,
no,
you can't.
I don't know how much it's worth, but I'm assuming a bunch. Can't imagine that card's cheap. 13.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just did good. So easily taking Cryptic. What are we hoping to table? It's also Nameless Inversion.
Fertile Ground.
Just take the Cryptic, be happy.
Next pack, Bitter Blossom.
Hopefully, well, it'd be nice to see an Imperious Perfect, but or a Bramblewood Paragon. But we're not getting enough tribal synergies right now, which is kind of my issue with this deck at the moment. But just continue to take good cards in these 3 colors, hopefully. We don't even have to play the red necessarily. Could still be green-white, but maybe we should be green-black instead. Because that's where you're going to get a lot more elf synergies. Guess we'll see what we open.
Yeah.
Alright. Warren Scourge Elf.
There's
Lizalana Huntmaster, I think I'm happy enough taking. It's pretty strong. What else is good in here? Consuming Bonfire is a 5 mana, deal 4 to a non-elemental or 7 to a tree folk. Lizalana Huntmaster is a 4 mana 3/3. When you cast an elf spell, you get a 1/1 elf. It's pretty good. I think we probably want that one because Guiltleaf Ambushes count as elf spells as well, so then it's like surprise blocks. Woodland Guidance is 4 mana. Return a card from your graveyard to your hand. Clash. If you win, untap all forests you control. Interesting card. Rune Stalactites, cool too for if you have the right tribal synergies. I think we'll just easily take the Huntmaster here, happily. It's a good 4-drop. Good reason to jump into elves here. Battle Wand Oak is actually just really good.
Yeah, it's very strong.
Clover
Knights is really good too.
It's a 3 mana 1/3, and when it enters the battlefield, when you play a forest, you get +2/+2. When you cast a tree folk, it's +2/+2. Don't have a ton of tree folk, but we do have one other one at least. Too bad that's not tree folk. Which one did you just say?
Clover Knights.
Clover Knight's the 5 mana 3/3 flying first strike. That's true. That is good. It's also makeshift Manigan in here, which is good. I think I'm cool with the Battle Wand Oak because we could pick up some more tree folk, and I can't stress enough. Battle Wand Oak is a good beater. We might be close to still be able to jump into green black possibly. We don't have to play the red or the white yet. We got enough green, just mono green playables so far. So let's just keep picking up some good ones. I mean, it behooves us to go into a second color, but so maybe makeshift could have been an option since it's on color with
it's not like
the
we
elf
have a
strategy.
ton of things that we want to get back yet, though.
You can get it from their graveyard too, though, which is cool. All right, here's a sweet elf card. So Ren's Run Vanquisher is a 2 mana 3/3, but you have to reveal it.
Out of opponent's graveyards.
Oh, I thought you could. I'm pretty sure you can. Maybe you're right. I'm pretty sure you can. Reveal an elf card from your hand or pay 3, and it has Death Touch. So 2 mana 3/3 Death Touch, but you have to. Otherwise, it's. Oh, you can't actually play it unless you do. Okay, that's still okay though. There's also another Guiltleaf Ambush in here and another Battle Wand Oak, which I'd really like, but Vanquisher definitely trumps all that.
Really. Even as a 5 mana 3/3 Death Touch, it's still fine.
And elves are very good just to go into. I got whooped by them. So far, how many elf spells do we have? That's not. Oh, this is cool with the Battle Wand Oak though. So we have, well, all right, next pack, another Leaf Gilder. There's also Changeling Titan. I think we want the Leaf Gilder. Get some more access to more mana. I like the idea of turn 3 Huntmaster. I think that's just, I want to get that consistently. Plus, it's a 2 mana 2/1. Leaf Gilder is just very good for the elf strategy.
Okay.
Changeling Titan is pretty good though. Doesn't have, it's a 5 mana 7/7 Changeling, but it has champion a creature. So questionable. We passed a removal spell earlier for something. I don't know what it was. Ooh, Elvish Promenade. It's another tribal elf spell. There's also Cloud Crown Oak, which is a good blocker. Also Oak Gnarl Warrior. So Cloud Crown Oak's 4 mana 3/4 reach. Tree Folk Warrior. Elvish Promenade's 4 mana. Tribal sorcery elf. Put a 1/1 green elf for each.
Take that.
Okay, I think we take the Promenade too. We have a couple ambushes. So
we
have means to.
Lizalana Huntmaster too.
Yep, good point.
Put one out before it resolves.
So we're elves at this point. Unfortunately, we didn't end up getting into the sweet uncommon lords, but we still look like we're pretty effective beatdown. Let's take out the other colors for now. Another Battle Wand Oak tabled, so I think looks like we're almost mono green right now. We're gonna have to play a second color, but we're not decided yet. There's also Warren Scourge Elf, but let's take the Battle Wand Oak. Because Battle Wand Oak's going to reward us so much more for being almost mono green, you know? Then it's like it has landfall.
Yeah, it does.
It's like yeah, in fact, this is probably like one of the original landfall creatures.
Yeah. Vine Lasher Kudzu is actually, I think, the very first one that always triggered on land drops.
So we have to go a second color, and we already have picks in white, I guess, the most. Oh, wow.
Guiltleaf Seer?
Guiltleaf Seer is a 3 mana 2/2 elf shaman. Look at the top 2 cards of your library, put them back in any order. Decent. It's also Oak Gnarl Warrior. We have double ramp. Bog Strider is a 4-mana 2/4 Swamp Walk. Whenever player casts a Goblin spell, you can pay 2 and gain 2. That's really good too. So we like that more than the 7-drop, probably.
I guess I don't know. It's your call.
We don't have much
7-drop
removal
is
is
really
kind of
good
an
too.
issue. We do have a Lignify. Bog Strider Ash, I guess, rewards us more for playing the Leaf Gilders. Gilt Leaf Seer is going to help with consistency. I'm going to take Bog Strider Ash. Kind of like it. Okay, next pack has Oaken Brawler. So maybe we can play white. Oaken Brawler is a 4-mana 2/4. When it enters the battlefield, Clash if you win. Becomes a 3/5. Gets +1/+1 counter. Dawn Fluke do. Enters the battlefield, prevent 3 damage will be dealt to target creature or player. It's actually pretty good. It's a nice trick.
It's okay.
It's only a 4-mana 0/3 flash with prevent 3, but you can also evoke it at flash. It's like the Brawler. Works with our other tree folk. Springleaf Drum's actually not bad.
If there's a possibility
We already have a
go
couple,
mono
though.
green, Woodland Guidance might be okay, but Warren Scourge is good too because it could be relevant protection. Always blocks changelings.
Let's take the Warren Scourge off sideboard at the very least. Got the Hunt down, which is back, which is really nice. It's also Sin's Heir,
Not good
but
for us.
yeah, we want the Hunt down. So Hunt down's like the precursor to
Oh wow.
Tail a third Battle Wand Oak, which we'll happily grab.
Yeah.
Amazing that we're getting all this back. Could take the Eulogist.
Eulogist?
We already have a Layer Watch, our Giant. Let's just take it. Hopefully you don't have to play it, but so far we have a decent looking. Got the Oak.
Foil.
We're definitely the one of the few in green, so that's nice. 29 cards now, so let's start cutting some things.
Cut the red. Cut Cryptic.
Cryptic, not playing you. So this is.
Cut Wismare. Most likely, and Falkrander.
Got another Stonehewer Giant.
No,
Didn't get any equipment though. Yeah, we opened the same Morning Tide Rare as we did in our
Thornbite Staff.
Winnower Patrol is very good.
Thornbite Staff works well with Death Touch, and we have Ren's Run Vanquisher at least right now.
That's true. Thornbite Staff is very good. I think we want the Winnower Patrol for just Elf's sake, because we have so many now. And that one just keeps getting bigger.
Okay.
Winnower Patrol is 3-mana, 3/2 Elf Warrior.
Also works with our Warriors, which we have Brawler,
Nice.
3 Battle Wand Oak.
Yeah, this card's incredible for us actually.
Yeah.
It's a 3-mana 3/2 Kinship, and if you find the card that shares a creature type, it gets +1/+1 counter.
Weight of Consciousness is good too.
Sweet card. So happy to take the Winnower Patrol. Rage Forger's in here. Honorable mention. My favorite. Morning Tide. What else is in here?
Weight of Consciousness.
Weight of Consciousness
is. I'm sorry.
Weight of Conscience is 2-mana. Enchanted creature can't attack. Tap 2 untapped creatures you control. Share creature type. Exile it. That is cool. Happy to take the Winnower Patrol. All right, next pack. Elvish Warrior is a 2-mana 2/3, 2 green for a 2/3 Elf Warrior. Pretty good. Everbark Shaman's a 5-mana 3/5. Exile tree folk card from your graveyard. Search your library for 2 forest cards. Put them on the battlefield tapped. Pretty good with the Battle Wand Oaks. Triple of them.
Yeah.
Let's still make some cuts. I think we're probably not playing white. Honestly. I don't mind maybe splashing for that. Oh wait, no, not for a Falkrander, for the other red one, I guess. Yeah. But I think we can actually get rid of
Hillcomber Giant for sure. Springjack Knight. I mean,
we almost
in it only for Oaken Brawler.
Yeah, we can
take out the Oaken Brawler.
Yeah, we can pretty much just play mono green, I guess.
Take
Strange. I'm not like Spite Bells in here. That's insanely strong. Maybe that's worth picking up. Elvish Warrior. Do we need it? We already have 15 creatures. Spite Bellows could just be
I think you want as many elves as you can get for your.
How many do we have? We have some many. Ran out of time, unfortunately. The problem is Spite Bellows is so much better.
Ambassador Oak.
Alright, Ambassador Oak is a 4-mana 3/3. When it enters the battlefield, put a 1 green Elf Warrior creature token on the battlefield. Cool.
I'd rather have it than Boss Banneret.
Fits in with our strategy. The Boss Banneret would be cool because it makes our Shaman. I'm not sure if we got Elf Shamans.
Only tree folk.
Let's hide the Eulogist. I doubt we're going to end up playing. I guess we don't have to hide yet. I like the Ambassador Oak quite a bit. You're right. That's cool. Nothing else really on color with here. Noggin Wax, an obnoxious card. Intimidator strong. Alright, Ambassador Oak is good tree folk to get. Wow, Kinsbell Border Guard. It's obnoxious. This pack, not much.
Obsidian Battle Axe is really good.
Not
for
much on color with us, but you're right. We're going to slam the Obsidian Battle Axe. So the Obsidian Battle Axe is a 3-mana warrior equipment. Keep in mind this also triggers your Winter Patrol.
Yep.
It's a tribal equipment. Pretty awesome. So it's a 3-mana, equips for 3.
Equips to Gilt Leaf Ambush tokens when they come out.
And Battle Wand Oaks.
Yeah.
It's a +2/+1 and has haste. Obsidian Battle Axe is actually phenomenal in this deck. So we look like we're just a straight beatdown deck. But we're going to have... There's a lot of Bowmaster probably worth taking. We don't have much removal.
Good too.
Earthbrawn is a 2-mana... Oh, you're right. It's a trick. Maybe we want the trick more than the creature? But this creature is pretty cool. We have a lot of elf spells, and it just annihilates flyers.
Takes out fairies really well.
But Earthbrawn is a 2-mana target creature gets +3/+3, or it has reinforce. So it's giant growth versus a creature that we're definitely going to main deck, but because we can already replace that with it. I guess I'm down with that. Are you cool with that?
Yeah.
It's good. People are going to be playing some flyers.
Oh, great Bodoyan and Bramblewood Paragon, but
I think the Paragon's probably... Alright, the Doyen is a 5-mana. Other archer creatures you control get +1/+1. This is interesting. I'd forgotten about this card. Whenever an archer creature you control deals damage to a creature, that archer deals that much damage to that creature's controller. Wow, that's fun.
So with multiple Bowmasters against the right deck, it's really good. But Bramblewood
Paragon's a 2-mana 2/2. Each other warrior creature you control. Oh, I thought it was elves.
So much better for us.
I thought it was elves, but still. Gets an additional +1/+1 counter, and then each creature you control with a +1/+1 counter on it has trample.
We're like almost all warriors.
So Bramblewood is excellent in this deck. Happy to take it. Game Trail Changeling is an elf. What's Range of the Vine Seed? 4-mana enchant creature gets enchant creatures +2/+2. When the creature dies, you can return Range of the Vine Seed from your graveyard to the battlefield attached to a creature that shares a creature type with that creature. That is pretty good. Do you like that more than the Changeling? I guess we have enough creatures. We could take just...
I guess that Changeling
this has a chance to get 2
really good.
Yeah, actually, the Game Trail Changeling is a 5-mana 4/4 trample Changeling.
Obsidian Battle Axe right away, so it attacks as a 6/5.
Yeah, well, let's take this, dude. Range of the Vine Steed is very interesting, though. I'm glad you pointed that card out.
Ambassador Oak again.
I think we take another Ambassador Oak. This pack doesn't really have much else for us. It's the only green pick remaining. We're definitely mono green. We can probably cut down our in-game a little bit. We probably don't need the Oak Gnarl anymore. We ended up with a pretty good mix of Tree Folk and Elves. I'm not sure what we're cutting yet. Deglamour for the sideboard. It's a 2-mana, essentially disenchant, but it's you choose an artifact or enchantment, and they shuffle it into their library. So a little bit worse because they get the chance to get it back again. But we're going to take it for sideboard.
Against some of the equipment, it's good.
What else can we really hide? Because we don't need this because we're monocolor. Oops, I accidentally did show all. But so we're absolutely a mono green deck, which is cool. We're really not going to have to worry about color. I feel like I don't think it's greedy to say this is a 16 land deck.
Not with double Leaf Gilder.
We've got double Leaf Gilder. We've got ramp. We've got this kind of ramp.
Yeah.
I guess 16 lands. We want to feed our Battle Wand Oaks, but all of our lands feed Battle Wand Oak. This deck is very strong.
We need to go for more than 16. We top out at 5.
I have to admit, I'm surprised we're monocolor. Like it's not like it's the first time I've ever seen it, but aren't you a little bit surprised we're monocolor?
A little, but it can happen. Take out Deglamour.
Definitely can happen. So we still have to Eulogist is out. So we need to cut like one more card actually, and we can play 24.
Can we take out Kithkin Dagger Dare?
Maybe. I do like that card though. I guess it just doesn't interact. Is it a warrior though? At least
maybe soldier. I don't know.
If it's not the right creature, if it's not the right creature type, then I'll take it out. Okay, so we can drop that. You're right. So right now this is the deck I think we play. This card can be strong, but it's 7-drop. This thing has flying.
I think the most annoying is Bold Mirror Intimidator.
Okay. Yeah, we're not going to deal too well with fatties. So we did end up getting a Paragon. I'm happy about that. Does this produce? Yeah, and this produces warriors, so that works. Got the Banneret now. Actually, just happy to slam that. I don't know if
I don't think it needs to be played.
Everything else is good enough.
Works well with Ambassador Oak.
Could maybe sideboard the Bogstrider Ash maybe, but I don't know.
Maybe.
You know what I mean? a little more useful as a sideboard card.
Yeah.
It actually doesn't trigger the Winnower Elf either. Everbark Shaman.
Well, neither does the Boss Banneret.
Playable in here. Yeah, I guess that's true. But it's a 2-drop. Makes our later game cheaper.
Yeah, but
it's not a huge deal. It also makes Game Trail Changeling cheaper.
Yeah.
Which is something to note.
But Bog Strider Ash is Swamp Walk. It's unblockable.
Yeah, that's true. No, I think that's better. And also we already have the double ramp, so it's a little more irrelevant.
Seething Path Blazer. Or Sting Moggy, I guess.
This looks like it can be obnoxious. Not against us, but I guess in general. Deglamored, yeah, alright. What's Luminescent Rain do?
Life gain for permanence.
It's interesting. Okay, so we ended up with pretty good looking deck, I think. Pretty consistent. Tons of creatures.
Monocolor decks are fun to do sometimes.
Yeah, I feel like not having to worry about color issues is like the best feeling in the world.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I didn't leave Warren Scourge Elf in there, did I?
No.
I hope not. I hope not. I'm Italian.
Hey.
Hey, I hope not. No. Yeah.
Yeah.
This deck looks fun. Okay. I'm one short. Where is it? Maybe I did have Warren Scourge Elf in there.
Maybe.
So I can swap it. What was it? Dagger Dares doesn't trigger much, but I'd still really like that.
I kind of think
it lets us attack
Warrior
them.
is a better card to
Really?
have.
We can ramp into
we
it.
have 2 Leaf Gilders.
True, but I like the Dagger Dare just because it makes we can attack with everything at that point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then makes their blocks really obnoxious.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool with Guilt Leaf Ambush. Attack with both. I don't know. I kind of got a thing for the Dagger Dare, I guess. But what else do we? That's probably good enough. All right, and then we just run 16 forests. Pretty cool. All right, so Hunt Down, Lignify, Bramblewood Paragon, Elvish Warrior, 2 Leaf Gilders, Ren's Run Vanquisher, Kithkin Dagger Dare, Obsidian Battle Axe, 2 Guilt Leaf Ambush, 2 Battle Wand Oak, or 3 Battle Wand Oak, 1 Lizalana Bowmaster, 1 Winnower Patrol, 1 Elvish Promenade, 2 Ambassador Oak, 1 Bog Strider Ash from Briarhorn, 1 Lizalana Huntmaster, 1 Gabe Trail Changeling, 1 Seed Guide Ash. This deck looks fun. Seed Guide Ash looks way fun with Battle Wand Oaks. If you can, we don't have a sack outlet,
Yeah,
so
sadly,
I don't
probably won't be killing it before combat.
Yeah.
Often.
But still very cool. And I think Seed Guide Ash is still good enough for just deck thinning and ramping. Not that we need ramp, I guess, but we really don't need ramp, which is why we're running 16 lands.
It's a 4/4 for 5.
All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed the podcast this week. We'll be back next week for some more Dragon's Maze updates because we're going to be playing. Well, at least I'm going to be playing
standard
standard constructed with Dragon's
Yeah.
Maze included, so it'll be interesting to see the impact. Anyway, email me at mortarpod@seemsgoodmagic.com. I have a blog now. I'm blogging. I'm a blogger. So I try to do that update as much as possible. I want to build sort of like a community of people to build. Jake has experience creating sets. He's done it. I just like the idea. Sometimes I come up with cool ideas and I want to just put them down. So I've come up with a few cards already. I've put one in the blogs. I'd love to hear your feedback on it. Write me. If you want to come up with mechanics and cards, feel free to message me ideas. Even if you don't want to put it in a card box, just message me your idea, and maybe I'll put it in a card box for you and give you a little honorable mention, a little shout out. So, mortarpod@seemsgoodmagic.com. Follow us on Twitter @SeemsGoodMagic. You know when we're live streaming, which is Tuesdays and Thursdays, 7 p.m. Central Time. Some of you dudes have been stopping out. I really appreciate that. Keep doing that. We love chatting with you guys, hearing what you want us to do. So Twitter @SeemsGoodMagic, mortarpod@seemsgoodmagic.com. Live streaming Tuesdays, Thursdays, 7 p.m. I think that's all I've got. Visit SeemsGoodMagic.com. We're going to have Dragon's Maze pre-release drafts up as soon as it drops, May 9th. I'm planning on doing it. So see you guys later.
Laters.
Have a good one.